truly ready? And is there a problem I want to solve? People make money solving problems. People pay for services. So that must be the driving force for our business. What is the problem you've identified? What is the gap that want to be solved? So again, thank you so much, Brother Shola. So I will move on to call our second speaker. Our second speaker is Pamela. Again, there's a very long bio, and I'm not going to read all. But she has over 11 years experience in banking. She's a card and payment expert. She likes fintech, product management, project management, business analysis, everything you can think of. She's worked in teams and have developed innovative payment solutions. She's an entrepreneur, so she's coming to talk to us from a position of strength because she's done this, having run her own lifestyle brand before relocating to Canada. So let's put our hands together and let's celebrate our sister Pamela. Thank you. As she comes up, thank you. I'm just going to help you pull up your...
Thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Pamela Andolefo, my slide will come up very soon. I just want to add a quick rejoinder to the end of that. I'm also studying innovation and entrepreneurship in Queen's University, Kingston. So I'll also bring a perspective of being really immersed in learning entrepreneurship right here in Canada. I'm still undergoing my program. So I should be able to share some insights. Thank you. I will drive. Thank you. So it was really good to hear from Mr. Shola, who has that real life experience and has been interacting with a lot of entrepreneurs. And he was very right in saying that to really run a successful business, you really need to go into details. You really need to get granular. And that's really the basis of what my talk is, turning your business opportunities into business plans. I'll just start by saying that not every business idea is truly a business opportunity. If you really think about it, a lot of times we've come up with ideas that we think are fantastic, but how are you able to analyze your business to truly test if it is a real business opportunity that you should pursue? Like everybody knows, your business must solve a problem or must feel a need for the customer that you are reaching out to. The problem must be serious and growing. To give a bit of context, the problem you are solving can be serious and growing, or it could be just serious or just growing. A serious problem is a problem that your end user has that they really want to solve. For example, we know what alopecia is, hair loss. Imagine, I've seen people who have lost all their hair to alopecia. Imagine if you solve a problem, if you have a service that would solve that problem for that person. You don't need to convince them to buy it. They're going to buy it. They want their hair to grow back. That's a serious problem. A growing problem, however, is a problem that has a large demographic. For example, you're solving a problem for millennials in Canada. If it's 5 million millennials in Canada, for example, that's a growing problem. We know that people are going to get into that demographic and it keeps growing. So if you're offering a service to them, you definitely have a lot of customers. And then your ability to make money, ability to make good margins, and then ask yourself, is the timing right? Are all the factors around that industry right? Is government kind of clamping down on certain things that would affect your business and you can't make money? Is it a business that favors immigrants? So timing is right, more immigrants are coming in. Is it a program, a solution that is green, a solution that teaches sustainability? Yes, this is a great time to do things that talk about sustainability. And then lastly, do you have an experienced team? And when I mean team, I don't mean you have like a big team, but do you have people who have the expertise to help you develop your idea? So I have what is a typical life cycle of the entrepreneurial process. The entrepreneurial process is really chaotic. It's not as linear as shown here. However, your journey into entrepreneurship always starts with one idea. You validated it, you've used all the checklists on that previous screen to determine that I really want to go into this business. I can make money. I have the ability to do this. So that's the potential. What's the next thing you really need to do? The next thing you need to do would be create a business plan, which kind of takes you from that potential state to sort of like virtual reality. You start planning, and then hopefully, once you're done with creating your business plan and everything seems right, and you're sure it's time to go, then you go in, start up your business, you're in reality, and hopefully all your assumptions and everything you've thought about will help you become a great business, which is where everybody wants to be. So what's a business plan really? There are so many, a business plan has so many meanings. If you go online, you see more meanings. But basically, it's a guide outlining your business goals, how you want to achieve them, including the time frame where you want to achieve those goals. So for example, you want to start a business, you have an idea, I want to launch in 1 year, 2 years, 2 months. So those are the kind of things that go into your business plan that help you start to plan how you want to achieve those goals. And planning means that you need to do research. Research about your idea, how it impacts your end users, and if you're developing your solution in a way that meets the needs of that demographic. Creating your business plan also allows you to make strategic decisions. Strategic decisions are those really big decisions that you have to make for your business. They don't really have to be very detailed. An example is, we want to launch in the first 1 year in the GTA. Maybe you actually, in the long term, you want to go around Canada. But maybe for the time period, your first strategic decision is, I want to launch in the first 1 year in the GTA. The tactical decision that will support that will be all the smaller pieces of decisions you need to make to get you to that state. So it might mean, we need to do some research. We want to understand licensing for our business. We need to start to look for locations. We need to start to create a prototype to take out there in the market and test our assumptions. So those are the kind of things that planning helps you to do. So before you create your plan, sometimes when people are told to create business plans, it can be a bit daunting. You're like, why do I have to create that lengthy document? Before you create your business plan, you need to think about who your intended audience is. You're starting your business, you're not really going for funding. You just want to start to create plans to help you as a stepping stone to the next things you want to do. The kind of business plan you create is called the pitch deck. It's not very detailed, it's just more of images and has some text. It's just usually a way for you to start to analyze your business, saying, these are the number of users that are going to use my product. These are the number of people that are impacted by my business. This is how we want to offer the service to them. These are the considerations that we want to start to think about. But if you're at the stage where you're going for funding, let's say for example you're an established business, you're going for funding, you want to go to a bank, BDC, or any bank to ask for funding, then you have to create a formal business plan. The really lengthy document that we see, because they are professionals, they are investors, they really want to be able to read your document and see that you've done the groundwork and that you truly understand your business and that they can invest in your business. When you're creating your business plan, it can be very difficult to start to brainstorm ideas and the content that will go into your business plan. But a good way to start to brainstorm is to use frameworks that exist out there. Because of time, I can't really go into detail about on each of those frameworks. But if you go online, you will see them. They are really simple to use and they really help you. Because if you're not working with a framework, it can be very challenging for you to start to come up with ideas. But if you have this framework, you can see, for example, the business model canvas will have sections like value proposition. It forces you to start to think, what is my value proposition? There will be things about customer segments. It allows you to start to ask yourself, okay, if my solution is for parents, what kind of parents am I talking about? Is it parents that have children from ages 1 to 12, or is it parents who have kids in high school, or is it parents who have children in the university? Those things start to force you to think about what your product is and who your product is meant for. Your strategic decision there's some things you have to think about with your strategic decision. You ask yourself, what do we do? Who are our customers, like I mentioned? And how do we make money? How do we make money really is your business model. Your end user determines how you make money. For example, if you're going to be selling a niche product to a premium demographic, you won't be selling them something that is cheap, or you won't be giving them a price like $10 and you're telling them it's premium. It means every other person can get it. So that means you are missing the mark, or that means you really did not identify who your end user is. So if you go online, you can see some of these business models, some of these strategy making decision tools, and you can also reach out to me if you have any questions, and I can guide you on how to use these tools to start to make decisions for your business. Now, when you're done with all these things, the output of your analysis is things that go into your business plan. They really help you to do a great plan at the end of the day. In addition to that, you need to ask yourself and assess the industry we are going into. So you ask yourself, is the environment really favorable for me, both current and future? I'll give you an example. We're all trying to save maybe hydro bill, our electrical bills. If someone comes up today and tells you that I have a solution that uses coal, and if you buy my solution and put this coal machine that will generate electricity for you, it's going to be $20 a month or $10. Like, you're going to cut your electrical bill down, and then that's the business idea you want to go into. Now you think about how the government is talking about the carbon tax and cutting greenhouse gas emission. It's true that you want to save money for your end users, but do you think that it's a business that the government will ever approve? They wouldn't. You realize that you're not going to make any money from that business. So you have to ask yourself around your business, is this the right time to do it? Is the trend in the future, 5 years from now, can I continue to do this and make money from it? It will also allow you to ask yourself, what is the growth rate in the industry? A business that targets immigrants, you're making money, is growing every year. The government of Canada plans to bring 1 million people in their 3-year plan. You talk about the size of the industry, what is the number of people that have this problem, and who will buy your products. Other frameworks that will help you to answer this question is what we call PESTEL, where you check all the political trends, economic trends, social trends, technological trends, and environmental trends, and legal trends in the industry that will help support it. Other frameworks like your SWOT analysis and your Porter's 5 forces that helps you to check your competitors and what they offer. I've written out a sample of what a typical business plan would include. But what you need to realize is that once you've done your analysis before, then it's easier for you to synthesize that information and put it into a business plan. But you have to realize that this is just a template. It will vary by the industry you are in, the amount of information that should go into your plan. So always make it your own. If you go to an investor, for example, or a bank to look for money, and you come up with a unique business plan that is not like something they've seen, they will take you seriously and they know you've done the work. So just to run through it, you have your executive summary, company description, do your market research, organization and management, so talk about who your team is, if you have any advisors or mentors, which is very important, we are going to a business here in this country, your service and your product, your marketing and sales, how do you intend to market your business? If you know your customers well, then you will know how you want to offer your product and where. Funding request, how much money you will need in the next 3 to 5 years. And for an established business, what are your financial projections? So an established business would probably have previous a previous financial balance sheet that they will put, and then put projections for the next 3 to 5 years based on their growth rate. But if you're a new business, most of the things you'll be doing will be assumptions, which is fine. But you state on your plan, or your business plan, that they're assumptions, and you state how you're making those assumptions. And then the appendix will contain any additional sections that will support all your information. So, create a business plan essentially is so that, one, you can hold yourself accountable, you can plan better, you've gone into detail and you know how to get to market. Planning ensures that you most likely be successful because you have done the research and known how to go at your business. Additionally, planning helps you get funding. If you're going for funding, and there are different ways to get funding, traditionally from banks, or if you are in the technology space, we have a pitch competition where you go and pitch your business to investors, and sometimes you win free money to help you to grow your business, or sometimes you might be lucky and a VC firm is willing to invest money into your business to help it grow. On a final note, why do you create a plan? It's not really about the output, the plan itself, it's about the planning. It's about really going into detail, understanding the environment that we are in, understanding all the things that go into making our product different from what exists in the market so that we can be successful. And then, there's a joke we always use, no plan survives first contact with the customer. You've planned, you sat down in your office with your team members and you've created this lovely thing. Because half of the time, all the information that goes into your business plan supports what you want to believe your product is. Then you go into the market and you find out that a lot of your assumptions were not right. It's okay. You are now in reality. It's time for you to go back to your plan and tweak the aspects of your plan that were mostly assumptions, were very positive, and really tweak it to fit your market. So thank you very much. I attached a free business template from BDC. Go online and you can find more business templates. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pamela. That's amazing. You know, amazing information. And they say when you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So, especially in this country. And that's one of the reasons why small businesses die back home in Nigeria. Somebody just feel like doing this, there is no data supporting it, there is no plan, and after 2 years or 3 years, that business is gone, compared to Canada. And by the way, very good information, we have contact to Pamela for every one of us. We must have a plan. You can't go to a bank and tell them, God will help me. Yes, God will help you, but they work with a plan. Numbers win the game. This is my plan. This is my 3 years plan. This is my 5-year plan. And she talked about VC, people they call venture capitalists, or angel funding, any type of funding, or you go to BDC, or you go to a commercial bank. Adejisola is here. I'm sure when people come to you to ask for money, the first thing you want to see is a plan. Yeah. It's not, okay, God will help me. Yes, God will help you to write the plan. I need to see the plan to make the decision. So again, as she said, how do you make money? Yeah, it's not just about, I feel good about doing this. Do you have the number? Do you have the market? Are you going to make money? Show yourself. They call it cash flow projection. At what point am I going to make money? And how do I make money? So thank you so much for wealth of information. Also just dated some of us. It reminds you of those MBA days when you are looking at Potter. I know 5 courses. I said, whoa, but amazing, but thank you. So next, we want to call our third speaker. Again, our third speaker is Mercy And again, she has a very long bio, which I'm not going to try to read. I just want them to come up here and speak. So Mercy, she founded Creation by Mercy, which is good. So she's putting her money where her mouth is. She has a business created by Mercy, an event planning and design company, providing professional event planning services. She's a certified wedding and event planner, and did not know she wanted to be an event planner until a volunteer opportunity showed up in 2005. So they say God will bless you in your place of service. That place you are volunteering, you just don't know. Maybe that's where the opportunity is, the value of volunteering. In 2007, she registered for the wedding and event planning certification course, but withdrew later.